Today we're going to talk about division, and we're going to talk about three different strategies. The first strategy we're going to talk about is the standard algorithm. So just like for multiplication, there are multiple strategies you can use to help you solve a division problem. So if we have our problem, 4,372 divided by 15, we're going to solve it with the standard algorithm. But before I set it up, I've got to figure out what these numbers are. So the 4,372 is my dividend, and that's the number that's going to go inside my house. So 4,372. 15 is my divisor. It's what I'm dividing 4,372 by. So that means the 15 is going to be outside of my house. When I solve using the standard algorithm, I like to make a cheat sheet to help me figure out all my 15 facts. That way, instead of working them out and guessing and erasing and working them out and guessing and erasing if you don't get the right fact, I have them all set out at the beginning of my problem. It makes it a little bit easier. So I will work my way down with the multiplication facts of 15. And you don't have to do number 1 or multiply by 1 because 1 times any number is always that same number. So I start at 2 and I go up to 9. So 15 times 2 is 30, times 3 is 45, times 4 is 60, times 5 is 75, times 6 is 90, times 7 is 105, times 8 is 120, and times 9 is 135. So there's my cheat sheet before I start. Now I'm going to start with the division process, and I like to remember it as dumb monkeys swing backwards. The D stands for division, M multiply, S subtraction, and the B bring down. And then you start the whole process back over again. So we're going to start with D, divide. 15 goes into, it can't go into 4, so we're going to look at 43. 15 goes into 43. Let's look at our cheat sheet. 3 is too big, so it'll go in 2 times. So you'll put your 2 above the house. Now our next step is multiply. 2 times 15, we already know from our cheat sheet, is 30. Next step, subtract. 43 minus 30 is 13. Now our next step is to bring down. So we're going to bring down the next number under our house, which is the 7. I like to draw my 15 again, so that way I know exactly what I'm working with. So I have 15 dividing into 137. So I'm going to look back over at my cheat sheet, 137. What's the closest product I can get? Right here, times 9. So I've got my 9. 9 times 15, I already know is 135. Now I'm on subtract. I divided and multiplied, I'm on subtract. 137 minus 135 is 2. Now I'm on bring down. So I'm going to bring down that other 2. I'm going to draw my house again just so I can stay organized. 15 goes into 22. Check my cheat sheet. That's too big, so it must be 1 time. 15 times 1 is 15, and I have 7 left over. I have nothing left to bring down in the house, so this is my remainder. When I'm solving with division, I always check my work with multiplication because they're inverse operations, and it's an easy way to check your work. So you'll multiply your answer above the house, 291, by your divisor. So 291 times 15. And I'm going to use the standard algorithm. I've got 14, put my 0 placeholder, 1 times 1 times 9 times 2, add them up. Okay, and then the big important part is, that's supposed to be a 7,